Next speaker is Mr. Vivek Menon, Regional Director for South Asia, IFAW.
Thank you, Chair. Friends, thank you for being gracious enough to give me a second opportunity today. And for that, I will be very, very brief. I'm now going to speak wearing my hat of an advisor and regional director for IFAW, for whom I've been associated with to try and do some capacity building in Tiger Range states. Let's take one step backwards, delegates. Tigers are cats. Yeah? They are high natality rates, highly adaptable animals, and basic requirements for the tiger's survival is security for itself, for its prey, and for its habitat. I'm dumbing this down to bring it down to probably, according to me, the single most important thing to do to save the tiger. Unfortunately, they're not getting the simple prescription. You heard the presentation of my former colleague, Stephen Broad from Traffic, who showed you that tigers are being killed and are in the trade. There's nothing new. Historically, the main cause for decline of tiger populations was poaching. What we're seeing now is a different reason why tigers are being killed, but it's still poaching that's driving the tiger down the tube. If it's poaching that's driving the tiger down the tube, anti-poaching is the key. So whatever else we have been talking about vis-a-vis tiger conservation, while it's important, there is no shortcut to tackle poaching unless we, in the words of Stephen Broad, use the stick. And if we want to do anti-poaching, there is no shortcut, but address those people in Kanha National Park, in Kedro-Pad or Sikotealin, in Huakaking in Thailand, those people down on the ground who protect tigers, who pay for it with their lives, and or those enforcement officers on borders who actually do the seizures. Capacity building these stuff is cumbersome, I know. To get down to those 25,000 people, for example, who protect tigers in India on ground, very large numbers we're talking about. They're geographically spread through range, through transit, and through consumer states. They're differing languages, capacities, and motivation. So there can be a sort of motivation to do training and capacity building at the high level because it's easier. But with the numbers of tigers declining by the day, nothing will be achieved unless we address the man on the field. Ladies and gentlemen, poaching, I always say, is the straw that breaks the camel's or the elephant's, or in this case, the tiger's back. Yeah? There can be several things, including habitat connectivity, mass awareness, political will, that we need to ensure the tiger is safe. But if we are all here, and if our GTRP that we've all committed to says that we'll double the tiger numbers by the next year of the tiger, then we have to first stop the bleeding. Using an analogy, if it was a soccer match, we are half a dozen goals down. Let's not worry about the quality of our goalposts. We'll do that later. You'll need to now get aggressive and score goals. There's no other way to win this match. IFAW has been training across the world, in Russia and India, particularly on ground in terms of tiger anti-poaching, but also illegal wildlife trade in various parts of the world. In all, IFAW, since 2000, has trained 1,000 officers charged with protecting wildlife from illegal trade across the world, and 10,000 frontline field staff. When it comes to political will, which is what this summit is about to a large extent, especially in the tiger range, top-down is probably the way to go. But when it comes to capacity building, I have no doubt that bottom-up is the way forward. The tiger will not wait, ladies and gentlemen, for the next summit unless we build capacity of that person who's paid less than $100 a day, who has 3 bullets which he has to report back to his superior once he uses one of them, and who is at the bottom of the so-called protection chain in most of our range states. In the morning, I pleaded for the range states, and in the range states, I plead today to this summit to empower in any way possible that man on the ground. That's the only way to save the tiger. Thank you.
I thank you for this very vivid presentation, which is very alarming, and thank you for contribution of your organization into combating illegal traffic, especially with derivatives of tiger.